I've been a homemaker for many years, and I've learned some things along the way, and some things I've had to learn the hard way. In this video, I'm sharing with you 3 things that I would do differently if I were starting all over as a homemaker. If I were starting all over today as a homemaker, the first thing I would do is to call myself a homemaker. You see, back in the day, I referred to myself as a stay-at-home mom. And I think, at least for me, that put all of the focus on my kids. Everything I did was focused around my kids. And the thing about kids is they're going to grow up. And I think it made it so incredibly hard for me when my kids grew up because I focused on being a stay-at-home mom so much, instead of embracing my role and my vocation as a homemaker. But back in the day when my kids were little, nobody called themselves a homemaker. Everybody that stayed home was just a stay-at-home mom, and that's how it was back then. But thankfully, with technology and YouTube, I've been able to discover that there are other homemakers just like me out there, and it helps you to feel like you're not alone. And one good thing about my kids getting older is that I've been able to switch my focus over to my husband more and give him more of my attention. And we've been able to just have the sweetest dates and just been able to spend some really good time together. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans." And if I was starting all over again today, I would commit to being a homemaker. Today, me and my husband are out on a date. We're doing some antiquing and we're going for a drive in the country. And that's one of our favorite things to do. Second thing I would do, I would not listen to other people's criticisms of my choice to be a homemaker. People are always going to have an opinion about your choices and the way you live your life. And for me, that was my in-laws. They did not approve of me being a homemaker, and a lot of times they didn't have nice things to say about it, and it would crush me. It made me feel like a loser. It made me question my choice. But when it got right down to it, I knew that it was the best thing for me and my family. I knew it deep down in my heart. Colossians 3:23 says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men." My husband and I came to the determination that if God was pleased with me as a homemaker, and I was happy as a homemaker, and my husband was happy with me as a homemaker, then nothing else mattered. No one else's opinion mattered. Besides my husband, the other person who encouraged me in my homemaking is my mother. And that really means a lot to me, and that's one reason why I try to support and encourage other homemakers. is your first time, I'm Jennifer. I'm a wife, mama, and homemaker living in South Georgia, and this channel is all about faith, family, and homemaking. And the third thing that I would do if I was starting my life as a homemaker all over again, I would embrace my role as a woman. See, I'm from Generation X and I grew up in the 80s, and I think back then the culture just encouraged women to have this awesome career, be somebody, do something marvelous and big with your life. As if being a homemaker and taking care of your family wasn't enough. But you know, the neighborhood that I grew up in, almost all the moms were homemakers. God created women uniquely, and you may not realize it, but you have a powerful influence over your family. The more you resist the world's pressures to be someone else, the more joy and freedom you will find in being who God created you to be. Now for some things that I don't regret. I don't regret prioritizing family meals around the table. I am so grateful that I was able to do that. It made such a difference in the lives of my family. Our meals weren't anything fancy or elaborate. It was just a time for us to sit around the table and reconnect, and I think that is the main thing that kept our family bonds strong. I'm so thankful that I had the freedom and the energy to create a nurturing home. My home isn't perfect, and to tell you the truth, my attitude isn't always perfect. My kids and my husband, they know they're loved, and they know they can come to me and talk about anything. One thing that I've grown into as a homemaker as I've gotten older is just to look ahead at the path that God has laid out for me. I just put on my blinders and I don't look at what anybody else is doing. I just stay focused on what God has for me. And that is such a good place to be. It's so easy to get distracted by comparison, especially online. Proverbs 4:25 through 27 is a reminder to keep your eyes on your own path. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Make level paths for your feet. Take only ways that are firm. Do not swerve to the right or the left. Keep your foot from evil. Prayer request for me, please leave it down in the comments section. I would love to pray for you. If you'd like to see another homemaking video from me, I've got one right here on the screen. And until next time, happy homemaking.